or unique to women. But a woman's voice does come through differently because our experiences in life are different. So, to look back around, this work, the work of activists, it isn't very glamorous. It's kind of nice to have someone say nice things about you. But the work itself can be really tedious. Going door to door, talking to people, some of whom would rather not talk to you. Always being polite, of course. Making phone calls, Andy, I know you know, and will know even more. It isn't glamorous. It's not glamorous to be a candidate, but it's important. It's so important. In my most frustrated moments, I say to myself, I'm never going to tell anybody they ought to run for office again, ever. Why would you do that? It's all about money. They're going to attack you. They're not telling the truth. And then you think, well, if we don't, they will win by default. Yeah. And we can't have that. I am really lucky, and I have been all my life. I just happened to marry an Iowan. Well, I worked for an Iowan too, Harold Hughes, and then John Culver. What a wonderful place to spend my entire adult life. What wonderful people to have identified with. I am very grateful just to be standing here today, and I thank you for all you do for the Democratic Party, for the state of Iowa, and for our country. I think you're an amazing group and an amazing organization. Thanks very, very much.
Bonnie, you may not want to sit. Just so everyone has an opportunity to have a photograph of all our award recipients, if you guys would come up here real fast, bring your award knot or whatever, your choice. Just want to get a group photo, and then everyone else who would like to get a photograph too.
I get friends. It's not very nice. Look forward. Over here.
Oh, right. Cheers,
And before I forget, thank you, Lance, from the Iowa Federation for being about 60 years ago, I told you we had our first reception, and of course we had a Lifetime Achievement Award. This year we're going to revisit those Lifetime Achievement Award recipients. Some were unable to attend, but we'll call out their name as well. Dawn's List has purchased a brick at the Plaza of Heroines from the Carrie Chapman Cat Center. The brick will be placed probably in April, but they sent us some nice cards that we can provide our recipients. So when you hear your name, please come on up. I have Bonnie Campbell, Mary Campos. Oh, come on up. I'll give you these right away. Yep. Peggy Hubbard, Cheryl Jones, Ann Mikowski was unable to attend, but Senator Pam Yocum, well, yes, she had passed away. Sorry. Correct. But Pam Yocum is going to come and accept for her. Charlotte Nelson, Maggie Rawlins, and Ruth Charnel. We can go ahead and grab another group. Thank you guys. And of course, I'll announce when those bricks get put up. Look for that. Absolutely. Thank you so much for all your hard work. All right. I would like to introduce you to a friend, former Dawn's List board member, Representative Marty Anderson, for closing remarks. Thank you.
Boy, there's a lot of familiar faces out there. Well, they asked me to talk about my journey with Dawn, and I'm going to keep that pretty short. I was actually at Joanne Zimmerman's house in 1992 when we gathered because 1992 was supposed to be the year of the women for elections, and guess what? Hardly any women got elected. So we gathered to see what we could do about that. And out of that, Joanne Zimmerman and Barbara Boatwright started a group called Dawn, Democratic Activist Women's Network. And it was modeled after Emily's List, which is the national organization, and they help elect people to Congress, women to Congress. Dawn wanted to get more women in the legislature. And then I didn't participate for about 7 years. And then Barbara Boatwright took me to a meeting in 1999, and I was elected president at that meeting. So I think it was a dirty, rotten trick.
It was.
I had the opportunity to be the president of Dawn for 6 years and meet the incredible people who were running for office and who were helping people run for office. I became the training coordinator for 10 years. We cooperated with Emily's List to train Iowa women who were thinking about running for office or who were helping women run for office. And we would hold a training every 2 years. When Emily's List wouldn't come in, because of course they had 50 states to tend to, we relied on people like Pam Yocum from the legislature to come in and do part of the training. And we would organize those people, and that was a lot of fun. We now have 34 women in the Iowa legislature.
Yes.
That's 34 women out of 150. We need 75, so we're still working on it. But I have to tell you that in the House, we have 21 women in the Democratic caucus. 21 women out of 43 Democrats. We are half.
Okay.
In the Senate, they have 6 women in the Democratic caucus. The Republicans in the House have 5 women out of 57.
Okay.
And the Republicans in the Senate have 1 woman out of 24.
Yes.
So our party is doing a very good job of recruiting and helping women win office. Are women important? Bonnie mentioned this. Of course they're important. 20 years ago, did we hear politicians talking about women's health care and